A man runs through a darkened forest, doggedly pursued by 2 grizzly bears. He trips over a fallen log, leaving only yards between himself and the hungry bears. He scrambles to his feet and attempts to scale the nearest tree, but before he can get a leg up, an enormous claw catches him by the shoulder and throws him to the ground. A few swipes across the chest, a quick bite to the jugular vein, and it's over. The bear who has made the kill lifts her head to the sky and lets loose with a mighty roar before settling down to feed on her quarry. After a minute or so, she looks up from her meal to find her mate sitting a few yards away, idly swatting at a dandelion. "What, you're not going to eat?" she asks him. "No," he says, "you go ahead." "You're not hungry?" "A little," the male tells his mate, "but I'll just have something later, find some berries, maybe go catch a fish." "There's food right here," she says, gesturing at the partially eaten carcass. The male rears up on his hind legs, growling, "Hey, I don't eat human flesh anymore, okay?" His mate is taken aback. "Since when?" "Since I came across some disturbing information," he says, attempting to regain his composure. "I'd rather not talk about it while you're eating." "Well, I'm not taking another bite till you tell me." "Fine, you really want to know?" The male grizzly sits back down on the forest floor with a sigh. "They poison their own faces." "What?" she gasps. "Humans pay to have a toxic substance shot into their face." "Where did you hear this?" The he-bear settles himself against a nearby tree and takes a deep breath. "Okay. One night last week, I was going through the garbage cans outside the ranger station when I looked through the back window and I saw they were watching this show about people having a deadly toxin called botulism injected into the skin around their eyes, nose, and mouth." His mate is stunned. "You're shitting me," she says. "Hey," he replies, "would I shit a bear in the woods?" See, apparently this botulism stuff deadens their facial nerves, which helps them look younger, kind of. The female bear stares at the male, warm blood dripping from her jaws. "That's got to be the most fucked up thing I ever heard." "That's what I'm trying to tell you." "Okay," she continues with a shrug, "but so what? So we just don't eat their faces?" No, you're missing the point," he says, doing the face paw gesture. "Look, you know how sometimes you're wandering through the woods and you see a big fat badger and you think that might be good for lunch, but then you notice this badger is running around in circles and he's got foam coming out of his mouth. You're not going to eat him now, are you?" "Of course not," she says. "He's obviously insane." "Bing to the O," he exclaims. "I'm only following my natural instinct not to eat the insane. I'll eat worms, I'll eat insects, I'll even tear into a rotting skunk if that's all I can find, but I refuse to eat any animal crazy enough to paralyze its own face. I'm just not putting that into my body." With that, he returns to playing with the dandelion. The female bear pauses to consider everything she has just heard. She looks down at the corpse, then back up at her mate. "So, you're not going to help me finish this camper?" "I'm sorry, honey," he answers with a shake of his massive furry head. "I can't. I just can't." She frowns, asking him, "Then we won't be going on hunting trips together anymore?" "Oh, I'm still going to kill people," the male grizzly says, slicing the dandelion's head off with a single razor-sharp nail. "But from now on, it's strictly for sport.